Live from JMT Studios, Gary Seisel and Adam Buckingham are the Two Jersey Kids.
Hello all, welcome back to Two Jersey Kids. This is a special episode. We may keep doing these per week just because it's getting holiday season and you want to know what video games are coming out this week. So this is going to be the video games dropping the week of September 13th. That's this week to September 16th, which is this Friday. You excited for that, Gary?
Damn straight I am. Hello all, I am here for another episode of Two Jersey Kids. Adam, take it away.
This is like a half episode, kind of. Because I know each episode we would do the drop, but now coming to holiday season, there seems like to be a lot more on the way. So we're going to do a tiny episode on Monday, or, well, it's actually going to be released on Tuesday. So here we go. You excited, Gary?
Damn right. It's like an improv episode. You never know what's going to happen.
I think I asked you if you're excited twice now. How excited are you? On a scale of 15 to 28, how excited are you?
0.
Wow.
I'm lifeless right now. Lifeless.
Just a dead corpse. All right, the video game is dropping on September 13th. The first game that's listed is Psychopass, Mandatory Happiness, releasing for PS4 and Vita. What's exciting is that it's released for Vita because not many things get released for the Vita besides indie games, so it's always nice to point them out. So, in 2112, Tokyo decide the fates of, here we go, Nadeshiko Kugatachi and Takuma Shirugi. Yeah. 2 detectives assigned to Division 1. Every decision has its own repercussions. Victims can become criminals, and the story may end quicker than expected. Does that excite you at all? The branching patterns that sound like it could be? It got me a little interesting. I always like crime games, like, Heavy Rain. That's always exciting. I don't know. It's probably not on that level at all.
Great game.
Good commentary, Gary. Good input.
No, I bought that game years back. I had high hopes for that game, and I will say it delivered.
It
Just
delivered.
Saying, go out and buy that game.
Then it brought Beyond Two Souls, and which sort of laid an egg, kind of. All right, on Metacritic, this received a 70 rating from only 5 reviews, so not many reviews out yet for this game. But for most of these games, if there's a Metacritic rating where you're going to let you know what it is, just so you have a basic scale, if no one knows out there what Metacritic is, it takes reviews from video game critics who review the game and then weigh them on a certain scale based on how prominent that video game company is. Yeah, there you go. You learned something if you didn't know. You learned something. So subscribe because you learned. All right, the next game that's going to be released for Xbox One because it came to PS4 already is The Witness. You awaken alone on a strange island full of puzzles that challenge and surprise you. You can't remember who you are, and you don't remember how you came to be here. But screwed up. But there's one thing you can do. Explore the island in hope of discovering clues, regaining your memory, and somehow finding your way home. The Witness is a single-player game in an open world with dozens of locations to explore and over 500 puzzles to solve. This game respects you as an intelligent player, and it treats your time as precious. Precious. It's too late for me. There's no filler. Each of those puzzles brings its own new idea into the mix. You've heard about The Witness, Gary, haven't you?
Yeah, it's funny. Before this very podcast, we were actually discussing this very topic. And I wasn't really familiar at the time, but I actually do remember now what this game's about. I'm not sure if I'm a big puzzle guy. I'm not really a big, puzzle game player, if that's a thing. But it does sound like an interesting game. I like the whole mystery to it. And we'll see by the rating here. It's doing pretty well.
Yeah, it has a 87 rating from about 82 total reviews, which is pretty solid on Metacritic. I'm somewhat a fan of puzzles, but there's a point where if it gets too obtuse, which I heard sometimes this can be, people take pictures of the screen and then rotate it. Like, they take screenshots of what they're playing, and then they go into Adobe Photoshop to try to figure it out, which sounds too much work for me when it comes to a video game. That's exciting for some people. I know a lot of people love doing that. It felt like the olden times where you're trying to figure out what the best path is to a video game when you don't have too much help for it. So that's exciting. Any other comments?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you were saying. Like I played Uncharted, and there's always been puzzles in that game, but I'm not really, like I said, I'm not too sure if I'm too crazy about a game of puzzles. Like every step I take, a puzzle is in my face. It's kind of challenging. It's intimidating.
Some games aren't going to be for us, but it could be for you out there, so that's why you got to listen to this episode so you see and hear what is coming out. I don't know what I'm saying. Do you know? Also, quick question, side note, when I said breaking the fourth wall in podcast form, would that be breaking the earbuds? Since, we're not really, there's no fourth wall in this scenario.
What the hell? Let's make our own rules
We're
here.
breaking the earbuds, everybody. Well, actually, I probably did with that, just me yelling right there. The next game on our list is Don't Starve Together, coming to the PS4. Don't Starve Together. Console Edition is the standalone multiplayer expansion of the uncompromising wilderness survival game, Don't Starve. Enter an unexplored world full of strange creatures, dangers, and surprises. Gather resources to craft items and structures that match your survival style. Play your way as you unravel the mystery of this strange land. Do whatever it takes, but most importantly, don't starve. I remember playing this game when it first came out on PS4. I enjoyed it, but it kind of had a feeling of Minecraft, but you're looking down, sort of isometric view of your character. You're collecting things, building things up. It was a cute art style, but I hated. I wasn't a fan of playing this game by myself. I felt lonely playing it. So it's exciting that there's going to be a multiplayer expansion. I know it came to PC already because most of the time they get these games earlier than us, but it's coming to PS4 now, which is kind of exciting for all you people.
Yeah, I think at least the multiplayer portion of the game, I think it's going to be cool to maybe sit around with a friend and actually be able to uncover like the mysteries of the game or survive together or gather resources, whatever.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, maybe we'll play it sometime, Gary.
Yes, sir.
On Metacritic, Don't Starve received a 78 from 36 reviews, so that's a pretty solid score. Not as good as The Witness, but still pretty solid. The next game Gary holds close to his heart. Well, it's not really a game, it's a collection. It's the Bioshock collection coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Return to the cities of Rapture and Columbia and experience the award-winning Bioshock franchise like never before. Bioshock Collection retells the epic journeys of the Bioshock universe, beautifully remastered for PS4, PC, and Xbox One.
If you remember, a couple episodes ago, Adam actually asked me what the most surprising game of my video game career was, and I actually mentioned Bioshock. Yeah, Bioshock as the surprising game. I mean, if you haven't gotten into this game yet, now's finally your chance. I've seen some of trailers of this game. It looks great. Looks really polished. Just a great story to get into, a great universe, so to speak, to get into. A lot of memorable characters. So I definitely recommend to just about anybody that's a video game fan.
So you all around say that this collection is great, don't you, Gary?
Yes, and well worth the price tag.
Is it just well worth the price tag for the first one, or
all of them? Honestly,
You enjoyed Bioshock 2?
I really enjoyed Bioshock. That's obviously my favorite one. Bioshock 2, I said it before in a couple episodes ago, that I thought that Bioshock 2 was, at least in my opinion, felt more like an addition to the first game. It had some cool elements to it. I really haven't run through the game in a long time, but it's a solid entry into the Bioshock series, and obviously Bioshock Infinite is another tremendous title.
Maybe this will give you reason to go back and play those games and see how you feel now.
Absolutely.
So for all you out there, if you never played Bioshock, just to let you know how good it is, from Metacritic, Bioshock 1 received a 96 from 88 total reviews. Bioshock 2 received 88. This is kind of weird. A score of 88 from 93 reviews. And Bioshock Infinite received 94 from 68 reviews. Also, for anybody out there wondering where I'm getting this, I search the game for their Metacritic score, and I choose which platform has the most reviews, so we get the most congruent rating system. So a lot of the ratings are averaged in, so you're not missing an outlier. You know, things like that, math stuff. All right, next game that's going to be releasing is Dead Rising Triple Pack, coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One. Enjoy 3 times the zombies with the Dead Rising Triple Pack, including Dead Rising, Dead Rising 2, and Dead Rising 2 Off the Record. Okay, what a time to be undead. That is the description I have been given. So on Metacritic, Dead Rising received an 85 from 82 total reviews. Dead Rising 2 received a 79 from 76 reviews. And Dead Rising 2 Off the Record received a 72 from 48 reviews. I remember playing Dead Rising 2. I wasn't a huge fan of it. I enjoyed the zombie slaying. I wasn't a fan of the whole clock aspect where you had to get things done in a certain amount of time. I like to enjoy my zombie slaying. But I know a lot of people love these Dead Rising games because it's just simple killing zombie fun. I don't know if that many people are going to like it because are coming into it now, just because I feel like the zombie genre is starting to get a little played out. There's too many zombie games. The last one that I surprisingly liked was Dying Light, which did it fabulously. With a lot of parkour elements, so it felt new, and it was just kind of an all-around creepy zombie game. It was cool. That's yeah. Anything, Gary? Nothing? No? You're waving your hand? He doesn't want to talk, folks. He doesn't want to give you his opinions. How dare he? Next one in the list is Pac-Man Championship Edition 2. They're still releasing Pac-Man games, Gary, if you didn't know. This is coming to PC, PS4, and Xbox One. The much-awaited sequel to Pac-Man Championship Edition, featuring eye-popping 3D graphics and funky visuals. The latest version of the classic game takes chomping and chasing through mazes to a whole new level. I can never get enough of Pac-Man. Pac-Man's awesome. When you do the game right, like Miss Pac-Man, it's fantastic. It's so simple, yet great.
You know, the last Pac-Man game I actually owned was on my Game Boy, the original Game Boy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think the game will do pretty well considering it's Pac-Man. A lot of people love Pac-Man. Yeah. Simple, to the point. I'm not sure what kind of graphics, eye-popping graphics could possibly come from a Pac-Man game, but we will see very soon, I'm sure, at some point.
You can probably look at screenshots if you want. On Metacritic, it received a 73 out of only 4 reviews, so obviously it's still new. Most of these games are probably not going to have that many reviews unless they release their games early to the reviewer or reviewing company. But yeah, speaking of the last time I played Pac-Man, I think it was a classic edition for PS2 where it had Miss Pac-Man, I believe, and we got it. I wanted to get it specifically because I know my mom enjoyed Pac-Man, and I loved it so much that we actually had competitions between me, my mom, and my brother and my stepdad to see and my stepbrother, I believe, to see who set the highest score in Pac-Man. Obviously, I played a lot more than they did, so I ended up, setting it because I had a lot of time on my hands as a little kid, which sometimes you do. Next game on the list is Pro Evolution Soccer 2017, also known as PES 2017. It's releasing for PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. The award-winning series returns, taking the famed gameplay to a new level. Control reality with a host of new improved features to gameplay, including real touch and precision pass. The new features refine the focus for the series, which is enjoying playing PES with friends. Interesting words they put on the screen. I remember last year, shockingly, is PES reviewed FIFA on some scales, which was crazy, which it doesn't really happen because FIFA's the monster soccer game, but this has, I guess, a niche or a niche for people that enjoy the game.
It's actually interesting. I feel like I never really hear about this game. Like whenever I go to a store or whatever to buy a soccer game, or wherever I go over somebody's house to play a soccer game, it's always FIFA. but you never hear
Yeah.
about this particular game. So I actually wouldn't have known, if you didn't say it, that this game actually outperformed or out-reviewed
On
FIFA
some
last year.
scales, I think. On
On some scales, yeah. There's
Yeah.
some things I'm sure it does better,
Yeah.
but interesting.
That is what we do here. We educate people on video games that are coming out and the news that are happening. That's why you need to like our Facebook page. Subscribe to us on Twitter at 2JerseyKids. This is a little plug for us, just FYI, so we'll get back to the games in a second. And then subscribe to us, our podcast, because you enjoy us so much. And then also give us a rating because that helps us with our standing in iTunes. I'm losing my voice from talking too much right now. The next game on the list, near and dear to your heart, Gary, is the next game in the NHL franchise, NHL 17, coming to PS4 and Xbox One. The summary goes, shape your legacy in NHL 17, the biggest and most exciting EA Sports NHL game to date. Own every zone with more end-to-end control with authentic goalies, all new net battles for offense and defensive zone play, and new goal celebrations. Ooh, that capture the excitement of scoring the biggest goals. Live your hockey fantasy. On Metacritic, it received 79 from only 10 reviews. Take it away, G-Money.
Okay, so I'm a big hockey fan. I obviously played the hell out of NHL 16, played a lot of club games. Honestly, anymore, that's what I'm in the mood for. I'm interested to see how this game really comes into its own. I mean, I know that there's going to be a lot of customization options that weren't available before. They're allowing customization of jerseys now, stadiums, for your EA SHL team. It's kind of hard to say all at once, but yeah. They're allowing more customization options, but I hear it's also kind of shallow. Like, yeah, they offer you options, but at the same time, there's not that many options, which is the true EA way, in my personal opinion. I kind of have a problem with EA and the NHL franchise. I'm a little skeptical of these reviews all the time because I play the damn game, and sometimes the game drives me crazy because it's really unrealistic.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, I'm happy the game got decent reviews anyway. I will be buying it, though I talk.
It seems like these games always review well. Most sports games always review well.
Yeah.
The gameplay is pretty solid, but when you play it enough, obviously you're going to notice the cracks. And especially if you're a hockey player like you'll notice the issues that the game has, like the cheapness that happens in that game.
That's exactly the point. This will be my last thing. I'll try to keep it short.
You're fine.
Like the people that review these games, they play the game, for a certain amount of hours, and they aren't playing against people that are living in dark basements and finding out the exploits to the game. So that is, in my opinion, why these games do so well, is because like the bugs really haven't been discovered yet, and you get the idea. You get the idea.
He's salty,
Take
folks.
it away.
He has some past traumatizing experience. We made it
Sleepless
all the
nights.
way. We made it to the championship game in one of the NHLs in club, the farthest we've ever gone, and we lost due to somebody not playing defense properly on our squad.
Well, actually, I do have something to say, though. I have won in the previous installation, NHL 16. I've won 5 championships in that game.
Damn!
It is awesome. It is a good feeling because I have been tortured long enough. So, yes, I am finally a champion.
Lucky you. I didn't take part in that, unfortunately. I feel left out. All right, moving on. Next game being released, the final game this week that I made sure to mention is ReCore, coming to PC and Xbox One. Assume the role of Jewel Adams, a young survivor of a terrible cataclysm who journeys from Earth to the desert world, quote, Far Eden, end quote, to build mankind's new home. But when Jewel wakes after centuries in cryo-sleep, nothing has gone according to plan. With her, quote, Corbot, end quote, companion, Mac, Jewel begins an adventure to unlock secrets from the past, defeat powerful foes, and bring new life and hope to Far Eden. The Far Eden colony was meant to be a paradise where humans and Corbots could build a future together. Now, however, most of the Corbots have gone rogue, and the planet is plagued by violent sandstorms. In some areas, these storms come and go, altering the terrain and revealing new areas to explore and new challenges to overcome. Defeat your enemies, including massive boss creatures with creative tactics, split-second timing, and by unleashing your Corbots' unique abilities. craft components to customize your core bots to create your perfect battle party and then share your creations with other gamers online. Yeah, it's a very good summary, but I've been hearing like average reviews when it comes to this. It's got 64 right now from 21 reviews on Metacritic. I just hear that it's kind of bland and average. The second game made by Inafune Studio. I forget what they're called right off the top of my head. What's their developer? I have it up here. Armature Studio? Yeah, sure. I think that's who developed it. That's what it says on Google. But yeah, the game they developed was Mighty Number 9. Had a lot of hype, then got delayed multiple times, and it laid a big fat egg, which it sounds like this one sort of did. I know some people are liking it, which is good. But it had like such an amazing trailer at two E3s ago. I can't remember properly. But it doesn't quite live up to that standard that they got from a trailer. Yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Cool. Gary? Nothing?
Well, I was going to ask, not to put you on the spot, but is this I'm guessing this is an indie developer making this game?
Indie developer, I don't believe so. I know Mighty Number 9 got kickstarted, got kickstarted on Kickstarter, because people were excited. And I think that developer studio got rolling from there and was hired to make this game by Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
I believe. I could be wrong. Tweet me if I'm wrong, which I probably am, at 2JerseyKids. You can yell at me. Not that I give a shit. All right. What's releasing on September 15th, the main thing is PS4 Slim. For all you people that want to get an entry into PS4, now you can get the PS4 Slim, which is slightly smaller, and I think costs around $299. Thoughts? I think we already said all our thoughts on previous episodes, but...
Yeah, I mean, yeah, basically, the PlayStation Slim is basically just the PS4 Pro without the extra block in the middle, right?
And instead, there's buttons now to turn it on instead of like pressing the non-existent button in the middle of the PS4. The final game that's, I guess, releasing on the 16th is NBA 2K17, releasing on PC, PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One. The reason I'm putting it in here, even though it states that it's coming out the 20th, is that if you pre-ordered it, you can get it 4 days earlier. So Friday, the 16th, you can get it if you pre-ordered. Following the record-breaking launch of NBA 2K16, the NBA 2K franchise continues to stake its claim as the most authentic sports video games with NBA 2K17. As the franchise that, quote, all sports video games should aspire to be, end quote, by Games Radar, NBA 2K17 will take the game to new heights and continue to blur the lines between video and game reality.
I am really interested to see how the career mode turns out, especially after last year with that whole Spike Lee debacle. It's like, here's your career mode, but you're playing somebody else with a different name. That's, for some reason, frequency vibrations. But anyway, huge fan of the game, and I really look forward to this installation. I will be purchasing.
I just don't get it that you started off only playing 8 games your rookie season, and then you magically became a free agent at the end of that season. That didn't make any sense.
What bothers me is you're rating 55, but don't worry, you're one of the brightest stars in the league. Like, are you serious? I can barely dribble a basketball, and you're going to call me a bright star?
The thing that irked me, the only way to level up at that point, because you couldn't do any practices to get the tokens that you needed, was to buy them, which I don't want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want. Are you kidding me? Let me get that shit for free. Damn it! I already paid for the game. Let me get it for free.
Well, he's gonna take a second to cool off. I was gonna say that I actually got a lot of coins by playing the franchise mode in the meantime. So like I would adjust the season so it'd be like 14 games. So I would play through a season, get to the playoffs, win the championship, and you would get a pretty decent amount of coins from doing that. So That does help with the career mode. I was able to get my guy up to like a 75, and I haven't even played a game yet. So
that's good.
Yeah.
I would like to take my time right here to apologize for everyone's ears for what just happened. I just get a little upset when you have to pay for more things in a game when you already paid, 60, 70, $80 for it. That's just me. That's just me. Okay. I think I'm done right now. You done, Gary? Anything else you want to say?
I am very done.
All right, then I think that wraps it up for the video games releasing this week by Two Jersey Kids, the podcast that you all love because you're listening to it. Please subscribe to us. If you're a new listener, we would really enjoy that. We would really like it a lot. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Two Jersey Kids. The kids is plural. Like our Facebook page. And also leave us a rating. Give us feedback on iTunes. Oh, you can also, if you want, you can tweet at us. We love to answer back people whenever they do. We love to interact with people. We'd like to get questions on the show for the Thursday or Friday. Well, we record on Thursday, the Friday released podcast. We would love it, wouldn't we, Gary?
Absolutely. I need the feedback to know if I suck.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious that we may or may not, cannot confirm nor deny that we suck.
It's too late for this. It's too late for this.
All right. Well, that wraps it up. Gary's about to have an aneurysm, and I'm about to go insane. So have a good week. We'll talk to you on Friday when this keeps your earbuds then. Well, this will not. This will hit your earbuds. Oh, Jesus. This will hit your earbuds on Tuesday. The next episode will hit your earbuds on Friday. We like to break the earbud barrier that is happening. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Love you all. Bye. Say bye, G. Bye.
Peace.
Thanks for watching. Gary and Adam have left the building.